So today we're going to be talking about Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. But before we do, if you haven't, click that subscribe button somewhere down there so you are subscribed to this channel. And right after that, click the little notification bell that's beside of it so you don't miss out on any future videos. Because we wouldn't want that to happen, now would we? So a few days ago, Millie Bobby Brown announced that she was deaf in one ear. I don't know which ear, but you know, you have to. So he did the left to the right one. It blew up. The story blew up. Teen Vogue, Today, Daily Mail. Actually, Daily Mail is probably not a great example to give when talking about journalism, so yeah. So as she was growing up, she had tubes put in her ears so that, you know, they would try to help her, I guess. I don't really know how those work, but eventually, they just stopped working, and then she lost all of her hearing in her deaf ear. And then she goes on to talk about how she really loves singing, and she really wants to be on Broadway or something like that one day, and she just doesn't care if she sounds good or not when she sings because she loves to sing. It's one of her passions, and as long as she enjoys it, that's all that matters to her. And I like that. So with that being said, Lily, in case you want a few deaf musicians to look up to, I highly suggest Sean Forbes, Mandy Harvey, Simon Mark. There's a couple of others out there. Oh, and T.L. Forsberg. I really like her. So you get some musicians that you can relate to because there are deaf musicians out there, and it's always nice to listen to a few of those, you know, when you really just want to relate. I really like the fact that a really big, popular mainstream star right now mentions something like that because hopefully, you know, it gets less people to be like, oh my god, she can't hear very well, we need to fix her, this is a tragedy. But you know, with Millie, she's just like, I'm on Stranger Things, I couldn't give a if, you know, I'm deaf in this ear, it doesn't matter to me right now. And here's a little bit of wishful thinking, but it would be nice to see that, you know, you've got a hard of hearing star, I guess, if that's what she identifies as with her hearing. You got a hard of hearing star, and I just, maybe it would help pave the way so that people will see, oh, well, people who have hearing loss can act. And, you know, maybe deaf actors can start getting more deaf roles because, as you might already know, most of the deaf roles that have come out are given to hearing actors instead of deaf actors, and half the time deaf actors don't really get a chance. So that's just some wishful thinking, but to be honest, I was never really much of a Stranger Things fan. I watched the first season, but I really couldn't get into it, but now that this has been announced, I'm actually kind of really tempted now to watch the second season because I like to support fellow deaf and hard of hearing people in the entertainment and media industry, you know? Give that support because we all need it. And I don't know, let me know how the second season is in the comments if you've watched it, if you've been watching it. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews on Facebook. Some of my friends really love it, some think it's okay, and then some just really hate it and say that it's nowhere near as good as the first season. I don't know, the Stranger Things plot was never really my thing, so I don't know. If you didn't see, now DeMarco actually made a tweet with shout out to Millie, you know, kind of like a welcome to the club thing. A couple of us did that, actually. A couple of us were just like, welcome to the club, Millie, you know, join us. Come over to the dark side, you know, just, we have cookies and you know, Niall offering to teach her ASL and stuff. Although, if we're gonna teach her ASL, you're gonna have to teach her BSL as well, because she's English. So, she's gonna have to have both. One for her home country, and then one for where she works, where she's currently working, so you gotta give her two of those languages, you know? But yeah, it's cool, and I'm hoping that, you know, maybe this gets less people just being like, oh my god, that poor thing, oh my god, we must cure her. Give her back some tubes, you know, give her some new tubes or whatever procedures people could think of. That both happens and doesn't happen, but you know. So yeah, to wrap things up, Millie, welcome to the club, welcome to the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Club. We are very, very happy to have you here. And again, if you're watching Stranger Things, if you've already finished, let me know if I need to attempt it. It won't be anytime soon, but I will maybe give it a shot. At least the first episode. If you want to follow me on all my social media, links to that will be down below. If you want to help support my content, you can do so by being a monthly patron on Patreon, or you can leave tips on coffee. Both links will be down below. I upload every Monday and Thursday, and I will see you later. Bye!